together. So welcome, guys, to episode number 4 of Talking Footy, the premier footy podcast. And boy, oh boy, we're in! Who's on? Yes. But the connections have worked. The man, he's a good man. We chatted before. He's on the 5th member of this group. He's...
his audio is not connected yet.
Yeah. Just say something, Luke, quickly.
Yeah, it's connecting.
Yeah, it's all right.
Oh, there we go.
Yes, perfect. Can you hear us?
Jerry, start us over again. Let's go again.
Fucking perfect. Well, on cue, the LRR, Al Robs, this is episode 4 of Talking Footy. We've got a very special guest in the building, one of our longest-serving friends of this group. It's been about 20 years for me, Al Robs and Russ. He's a very great man. He loves the Blues. He loves architecture. Design and Tech 2013. He was
That's a big build-up, mate. That's enough.
Mate, it is a real big guest. So I've got to shout you out. Al Robs, what's going on? How you going?
Good, thanks, mate. Just drinking me Scotch and Coke.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
Nice.
He came prepared.
Mate, you're drinking. We do love that. Yeah, what's going on? How you going?
This is the actual show, is it? Who's watching?
Some people.
We upload it to YouTube and we get apparently 30 views a week, roughly.
It's big views.
30 views a week. Jeez.
Yeah.
There are a lot of big names. So Luke, I don't know
30 people.
I don't know if you heard our Rob. So what we've been trying to do is we've been trying to get a contract with Channel 10 because Channel 9 and or Channel 7 are real shit. So, you know, go with Channel 10 because they're low budget and we can get a contract here from them. So we've been trying, but they're just not connecting with us, not trying to, so.
Maybe if you get Waleed Ali on.
Oh, gee, no. Oh, there's a whole nother issue with that. But, yeah. So you told me from the chat we had, so you haven't watched any footy in the past 14 days.
I've been pretty bad with it lately, yeah.
All right.
That's okay. That's completely.
Really just the Blues games this season.
Good man, though. Good man. No, we love that.
Been a not bad season. Better than the last 10. But
what do you reckon of the games that you watched? What do you reckon of the Blues?
Definitely an improvement from, I don't know, what you could say, what the old normal was.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. It's something nicer to get used to. Yeah, being a bit more competitive really helps watch the enjoyment go up. But yeah,
100%. I love that. Yeah, well, we've talked about that at length on the footy. Long-time fans will know. But yeah, Pete will start going.
Andy Betts, you'll love him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and him not retiring.
Oh, the wrong man retired, Lukey. What do you reckon about that? Kate Simpson retiring? Boy, oh boy, not for me. Not for me.
Is Simo retiring?
Yeah, he retired. He's done. He's done. So, sorry about that. Yeah, fuck, he's done.
Yeah, I should have done some research before I hopped on.
Nah, no stress, man. Beach is the only one who came prepared. I just wrote some notes, but
let's see your notes.
Check the chat, you'll love it. But yeah, very nice.
Yeah. We're going to get the ball rolling. We're going to get Russo's Rager. Russ, you there?
Yeah.
You there, Russ?
Yeah, mate. Oh,
what's the topic this week, mate?
The Rager, all right. GWS. What is going on in the fucking brain department? He's sure. Played 325 games for both GWS and Collingwood. Played a premiership for Collingwood. Played in a grand final for GWS. They don't tell him they got to delist him. No farewell game. For me, this just explains the culture of GWS. Shit culture. No clue what's going on. Like, it's just terrible. Like, I'm pretty sure he's been there from their first year. I'm pretty sure. Close to. He went through all those dark days. He took up a leadership role. Yes, he cracks the shits a lot, but which we love. Yeah, I thought that was absolutely appalling for GWS. And for me, like, that really explained their culture and how they are as a club. They just really don't care. Like,
I thought they were your second favourites.
Nah, mate, not anymore. Mate,
Depends on the week.
You burned the jumper.
Lately, they've poor form from the Giants lately. I'm not happy with them. I only like their song now. That's it. That's all they're giving me at the moment. So,
That's all they're giving.
What
Exactly
are you going to
right.
do with the jersey?
oh mate, that'll always get worn. Don't you worry. The jersey and the bean, mate, is forever fighting.
Bill Buckley, Tom Sheridan, some absolute legends who have worn that jumper. So, yeah.
That's exactly right, mate. Dill
Honest-
Buckley's a legend.
On a serious note, though, that is exactly right. And I don't know if so. We heard it last night on Footy Classified. Tim Taranto, and this is Lloydie's intel. Tim Taranto's going to the Saints. So what do we reckon
I
about
don't know
that?
I reckon that's BS. Where did they come up with this crap?
I feel like I was about to say, come on,
Lloyd-
if you're signing Footy classified jazz, I feel like it's like
But
what
Lloydie said
5%
it.
chance of it actually happening.
Lloyd,
Sam
yeah.
I missed that bit. What did Sam McClure say about it?
No, he wasn't really buying it.
Oh, well, let's be honest. Sam McClure is pretty good. I rate Sam McClure. If Sam McClure doesn't know about it, then it's probably not happening.
Nah, but Russ, he's going to the Kangas. Let's not kid ourselves here. He sure is going to the Kangas because that's the most kangaroos thing to do is to get a 325 game player, get rid of your best goal kicker, and get him back on the list. Fucking be sure to play 1 year. So
He'll be playing prime time every week, 4:40 on a.
Nah, in all seriousness, he sure probably will never play again. Like there was an article I think like yesterday that said North is not going to get him, so I don't think anyone else will pick him up.
yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's sort of
I
where-
agree.
Well, there you go. Well, Lloydie really hasn't done much since the 09 round 22 when he knocked out Brad Sewell. So
Yeah, you just let him know.
we really like Lloydie. We love Sam McClure though. Love Sam McClure.
Luke, yeah, have you seen any sort of Footy Classified this year?
No, I refuse to watch it sometimes.
Yeah, look, I can't blame you for that,
Bottom
bro.
line.
Yeah.
Can't blame him.
Actually, Robs, do you like Hutchie? Do you like Craig Hutchison?
Ooh. To be honest, I don't like any of them on there.
Yeah, good.
Oh,
Hate it.
but
Yeah.
yeah, fuck Hutchie. I've had enough of him.
Fair fucking cool.
I like it when him and Kara have a go, but
Yeah.
that's about it. That's the only bit I like.
Oh, yeah, Luke, she wasn't happy last night,
Yeah.
Cara, and then Eddie was a bit sort of. Eddie's good though. Eddie's good on like.
Actually, Eddie's the top of the list, but and then
Thank you.
yeah, but even then Collingwood, so
Yeah,
not sure.
very.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with the guys.
All right. Well, moving on from that. Thanks for that, Russ. Moving on up to Chloe. Chloe's going to talk us about Harley Bennell back in trouble.
Oh god, yeah. Look, not much to say except he's don't know if it's trouble, but he's fucking pulled the plug. He's retired or delisted. Delisted.
Yeah, one led to the other.
Which
so,
one?
Well, no, they say it was retired, but it's definitely delisted.
Yeah, they were going to delist it.
Yeah.
And then he got drunk and pissed or whatever. And then after he gets delisted or fucking retired, whatever actually happened, he went on another bender and ended up in hospital. So, yeah, good on you, mate. Good stuff.
Like, yeah. Look, I'm half torn between like feeling sorry for him and just sitting there going, yeah, no, you sound like an absolute bit of a wanker. Not really sure which one, honestly.
Oh, he's been a bit of a wanker
Somewhere in
since he
between.
started playing, so,
Yeah, that's fair, I guess.
I reckon him and Elijah Taylor been partying together.
Oh.
Bruh, that
Yeah,
Elijah
totally.
Taylor's a whole other kettle of fish. So for those of you playing at home, he recently pleaded guilty to indecent assault of his ex-girlfriend. So yeah, obviously, I think the Swans made a excellent choice in having stood him down earlier, considering his plea, and yeah, that's due to jump back in court in a little bit. We're having some interesting chats. Sorry, my sister's just yelled quietly because she's doing an assignment. Apparently, I'm getting too loud.
He's giving you the run on.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, we've got to get Taylor on. She's got. She'll be worse than Al Robs here.
Don't talk shit about our guests. They're our guests here. He's a good man. He's a Carlton
but
man.
at least Lukey has half a clue about what's going on.
Yeah.
I was doing well. I like it. Short notice. We've given him short
Thanks me,
notice to
then
come on.
lifts me up in the same sentence. Great.
Oh shit! Too funny. Where was I anyway?
At
Yeah,
Elijah
Taylor.
Taylor.
Yeah, we were having a bit of a discussion in the infamous Talk and Footy chat on Facebook about Elijah Taylor and what's going on there. Obviously the boys are very hopeful for jail time. Obviously me coming from a semi law student pleb background. I doubt that that's going to happen as good as it would be to see. So yeah, what did you boys think of that whole kerfuffle?
Stupidity.
Yeah, pretty much. Stupidity. He'll never play AFL again. But yeah. Oh, well, hopefully he can dig himself out of it, I guess. You never want anyone being in a hole like that. But yeah, hopefully he gets punished and then he'll learn from it.
Yeah, can you explain again, Chloe, why you sort of thought he was not going to get jail time? So obviously because he's 19 years old, it's not heading that way. But just explain the people who want to actually know, why that's the case.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, like you said, when a court looks at sentencing, so obviously because he's pleaded guilty, there's not going to be like a huge trial or anything. It's just going to be, jumping straight to, okay, so he's admitted to doing the wrong thing, or what are we going to do with it? So, so basically the reason why I don't think he's going to get jail time, he's 19, he has already suffered quite a lot in the public eye. Although they say that they won't really take that into account, I think it always comes in to play one way or another. So, he's been highly scrutinized. He will have, by then probably like Russ was saying, lost all sorts of chances of going back to the AFL and making a career out of that. And the fact that he has no prior convictions or anything like that, I just don't see them chucking him in, behind bars straight away. So I reckon he'll get a very hefty community corrections order or, something other like that. But yeah, jail time just very unlikely, I think, unfortunately.
They wouldn't make an example of him?
Look, they could, but if they haven't, they haven't really done it so much in the past with more prolific people. So I don't think they're going to be doing it here. I think, like we saw with the Goey, although it was very, very different circumstances, doesn't seem like they're willing to do that with him. So I doubt they're going to go after, especially because he's so young too. If he was a bit older, maybe different story. And if he had done it before, but yeah, because of all the stuff that I spoke about before, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's perfect. And and there've been previous cases where that sort of not to the extent of Elijah Taylor, but that sort of domestic abuse and violence. And some people have obviously come off. Obviously, everyone comes off bad, but some people still have a job in the media that probably shouldn't have a job in the media. So, and I think Luke Mister, so what we're talking about our Robs as well is people like Wayne Carey and stuff like that, and how stuff he sort of did, and not to the extent of Elijah Taylor, but it's just interesting. Interesting. That's all.
All right, moving on. All right, now we've got a lot to talk about, mate. We've already got a bit.
Sorry,
we do.
Just wanted to chat.
Mate, we've got a big game in an hour and 10 minutes, so.
Got to wrap this up.
And I want to watch the preview, and we got to preview all these games. All right,
All right, sorry.
I'm not sure if we discussed it last time. The Crouch and Stengel getting caught with drugs was that?
We didn't get. No, we didn't get.
Crouch and Stengel, so they obviously got caught with drugs. That's obviously going to diminish Crouch's currency now. Adelaide haven't offered him a deal. Neither club ever have offered him a deal. What do we reckon? Where's he got to go?
I find that extraordinary. He hasn't got a fucking deal. Yeah, sorry, you go, Beebs.
He had drugs on him, mate.
Yeah, but he's a good player.
Yeah, but still, would you want him at Carlton if he's on drugs?
Well, not if he's got drugs, of course not. But
yeah, exactly.
Wow.
It's like, mate,
you just contradicted what you just said.
Just like, mate, don't take drugs, and that's it. Just something like that. I don't know.
It's only that easy.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
You'll get an offer somewhere. I feel like you might come to a Melbourne club, but there's a lot of things about
North Melbourne.
There's a lot of things about him wanting to stay in Adelaide because it's with his brother and things like that. But I wouldn't be surprised if we get some offers from a few Melbourne clubs.
Yep, agree. Who knows where I'll end up? We'll find out in a few weeks. When's the trade period? In like 6 weeks.
Yeah, a bit about that. What about Tyson Stengel, Ross? What do you reckon? Because he's had a couple of indiscretions. What do you reckon?
Yeah, no, he's still contracted for another 2 years, so I reckon they'll give him one more chance.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah, he's on last legs. He's not looking.
Yeah, for sure.
Jack Watts in trouble as well. What did he do?
Yeah, Ross, you explain that, Ross.
He had a bender, mate. I know. Fuck, I can't actually remember what it was. Fuck.
Pretty much he clipped the car like he was.
Yes. Yeah, so he hit a car and did a runner. So, and they found out it was him. So, yeah. Good job, Watsy. But he did that during the season, so
Oh,
It's
Well,
in the crime section of
Yeah.
AFL.
yeah, so no good. All these players bloody retire and getting into shit.
yeah. What are your thoughts about Adam Sard? Will he leave the Bombers?
I don't know. I think he's been a bit picky that he wants 5 years. 5 years is a lot. He's a good player, not a great player. I'd be saying 3 years, but I think Essendon's offered him 4 and he's backing down on 4 years. So that puzzles me a bit. I reckon he'll end up staying at I think he'll stay at Essendon because I don't think the Blues are going to offer him 5 years.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure who else was interested in him, but yeah, I can't see a club offering him 5 years when he's 26 already.
Yeah, and it's like they're trying to get Hooley back to Essendon as well, which everything old is new again. They got Shady down there again as well. So, oh jeez.
Not sure why he'd want Basher Hooley. He even said he's got to stay. Like, why would he leave Richmond anyway?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense.
after. Like honestly, it's
They'd have,
dumb.
they'd have to offer like an absolutely absurd amount
I
of money.
still don't think he'd go anywhere. Why
Oh,
would he
of
leave?
course
He's
not.
got his
Yeah.
like he does some program through Richmond with like the Muslim community and all that. He's got all these ties with Richmond. He's won 2 premierships with Richmond. Might win a 3rd this year. Like, why would you want to leave? Like,
Yeah, exactly right. Perfect.
Good stuff. Well, why not? Let's start. Let's get back. Let's get into the final previews.
hey.
So exciting.
Very
All right, tonight we've got the Cats and the Power. I'll just quickly run through the ins and outs, just quickly. That is why my
All right,
camera's
let's
off.
go.
Apologies.
Yeah.
That's all
So
right.
we've got for the Power in Ryan Burden, Tom Cleary and Zach Butters. Out Boyd Woodcock, Jared Linnett. I don't even know who that is, so he can't be that good. And Riley Bonner all omitted.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Cats, Reece Stanley and Tom Atkins in, both very strong ins, and out Radigalia. And the most interesting one, Jack Stephen, omitted.
I actually called this a few weeks ago. I'm pretty
You
sure.
did
did.
call it.
I
What's
just-
everyone's thoughts on him being dropped? What do we reckon?
I just think he's a good player, but he's just inconsistent. And I feel like Atkins gives them a lot of dash off half back, where I don't really feel like Geelong need another midfielder.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Yeah,
I agree.
exactly.
I feel
Like,
like
Jack Stephen could still become an important player, probably maybe next season if he could get a bit fitter and a bit quicker, but not at the moment.
yeah. I'm really interested about the Tom Cleary in for Port Adelaide. Last time he went up against Tom Hawkins, he got absolutely pummeled.
Yeah, he got smacked. To be fair, though, when he got pummeled, the Port defence did not help him at all. Like, he got isolated so much. If anyone's isolated against Hawkins or Dixon tonight, it's got to get ugly.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, and 100%. And I think that's honestly going to be the biggest deciding factor for tonight, I reckon, because both teams, are going in relatively strong. And, it just seems that this season there's always been a theme of, all right, if Hawkins is playing well, Geelong are killing it. If Dixon's playing well, Port Adelaide are killing it. So
Exactly.
I think, if either team lets, those players off the leash sort of thing, it's going to get pretty ugly. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, I think, because they're definitely going to need to be tagging those 2 players in particular.
Yeah, I agree. I have no idea who's going to win this game, to be honest. Like,
I don't know
hard
either.
to say. Like, I know the Cats smacked them last time, but Port were just not prepared for that at all, I think. So now they've seen how the Cats are going to play, so they'll probably be a bit more well planned. It's Adelaide Oval.
Yeah.
There'll be, I think, 30,000 people there as well, so that's another advantage for Port too.
So 28,000 Port Adelaide supporters, basically.
Pretty much screaming their heads off. So they're all wankers, so they'll be screaming all game.
Exactly right. I've got the Cats. I reckon the Cats win. I reckon Hawkins gets on top. I reckon Geelong's defense will band together against Dixon, and I don't reckon Dixon gets a good run at it. Sorry, the Stephen one was interesting because each big ball and he actually called it straight away pretty much. Like, I think he just needs to get fitter, get another preseason under his belt, and he's gonna be fine. Like, he's a good player. Adegalia is interesting as well because he's been very on and off this season, more off than on, but you can't argue with the ins. So everything's just Cats for me. Like, I reckon they just do it and they just march into a prelim, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think it's good they're not playing Radigalia because you want to isolate that forward line for Hawkins anyway. So 2 talls is probably a bit much. I mean, just give Hawkins his space, let him run, and just let him go nuts. Hopefully, kick another 6 and the Cats win.
Yeah, well, who else kicks their goals for either team? Russ, like, who are you saying
Sure.
apart from Hawkins or Dixon.
I mean, for Geelong, probably Graham Myers could be an X factor. He can sometimes bob up and kick a couple of goals. Power, I don't know. I mean, probably a lot of their midfielders might kick some goals, possibly. Possibly Robbie Gray gets on the scoreboard. I'm not sure who Power's goal kickers are. They've got who's the other guy they have in the forward? Like Laddams drifts forward sometimes as well.
Yeah.
They've got what's his name? The other blonde guy. Jez, do you know who it is? I know, Tom Marshall.
Yeah, he's all right.
He's good for a support role.
Yeah,
Definitely.
like he's classy. Like does some good things. Does some good things in the forward line.
Yeah, exactly right. All right, what do you reckon? X factor for tonight's game for both teams. Who plays well? Geelong win. Someone that's like out of the ordinary.
Our Rob gives an X factor.
Mate, do you reckon I would know the X factor for that one? Should have asked him my tip, but that was it.
Yeah, who do you reckon wins our Robs?
Probably Port. They're hard for away game for Geelong. Port's on top. Geelong need it, but yeah, if, like Chloe said, I think if Hawkins gets tagged, who's the X factor?
Well, that's what we're asking.
Who do we reckon, Jez? Who's going to be the player for Geelong that could change the game?
You know who I reckon does something? Yeah, that was actually him or another one as well, G Ablett. I reckon maybe G Ablett sort of steps up in his last couple of games, and he actually does. He's
great point.
Thank you.
I agree with you on that one. I think if Ablett plays well, I think Geelong will win.
Yeah, like as Beach said, Menengola, like he's very stiff to miss out on selection. Obviously, we talked about that last week, but Ablett's going to prove a couple of people wrong, and he should go around for another season. But I don't. Yeah. Obviously, with his circumstances, he probably won't. But go out on top. Like I reckon he plays really well, and who knows? Like if the Cats, if they win tonight, it's hard. Look, I don't have them for the flag, but it'd be a fairy tale story. So Cats for me.
How do you know? You bloody never know with the Cats, honestly. They always choke in finals, so you kind of just wait for them to choke again, really.
Yeah, exactly.
They're 4-11 in finals since their 2011 grand final.
Yeah, it's
11. Yeah,
it's really not pretty, eh?
Yeah. Our Robs, do you not like the Port Adelaide? Do you hate Adelaide?
I like Adelaide as a place, but yeah, their teams and people. Yeah,
I do not like this.
People over there.
People are right, actually. You're definitely right there. I do like the people, but the people watching the games are not. Yeah,
we
don't like
AFL supporters. Yeah,
we don't like them.
Yeah.
They're real nuffies, real nuffs.
Yeah. Not as bad as West Coast, I don't think, but anyway.
Well, we're gonna get to that Saturday night. Jesus. Yeah. Anyways.
What about X Factor for Port Adelaide? I'm thinking, obviously
Butters.
I'm thinking Butters and Rosie.
Yeah, I was going to say Dersma, actually.
All three of the
also strong, yeah.
Yeah, the three of the fucking guns. Yeah, Dersma, I think Dersma can... Well, Rosie's got a lot to prove. Like, Rosie's had it. Yeah, he has not been able to fucking...
Yeah, Rosie he's had a really shit year, Rosie. So it's time for him now to say, justify that he's in the team, pretty much. I reckon.
Sure.
All right, yeah. I actually reckon, like, out of the three, he's, like, the main man. If he can step up, they're definitely going to go a lot further in winning.
Yeah,
like
I agree, for sure.
So Rosie, I reckon, steps up and he might do some good things tonight.
Yeah, for sure. All right, tips. Who wins it by how much? Cheers.
Cats, I'm going to say by 8 points. I reckon Cats in a really good game. So, yeah, 8 points to the Cats.
Beach?
I'm saying Port Adelaide by about 3-4 goals.
Ooh. Ricky?
Port, 10 points.
Nice.
Chloe?
Yeah, Port probably by 15, I reckon.
I'll go for the Cats by 4 points.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
All right, moving on to the next game. Some very, very interesting ins and outs have just come across my desk for this game. Very, very intriguing.
Who is in? Who is out?
Richmond Football Club have dropped, not injured, dropped Josh Caddy.
Oh, what?
Ooh.
That's a big... Oh, gee.
Caddy, Jack Ross omitted in Dion Prestia, Shai Bolton.
to be fair, those ins are very good.
Yeah, those ins are quality.
Very good ins, but questionable out for me. That's I don't know. That surprised me a bit. I wasn't expecting that. But
Who's
So give me a second. BT's giving me a call. Hold on, BT.
Hang on. Friend of the show.
What's up, BT? Oh,
bring him on the show.
news on Tom Lynch. Tommy Lynch. What did Tommy
Hang
Lynch
on.
do? Oh, he's done the string. Oh, he's done.
Oh no.
Like it. Thanks, BT. We love you. So BT's just let me know that Tommy Lynch has done the string.
It can't be.
It can't be. It really can't be.
It can't be.
It can't be.
It is.
But it is. That's right. It is. So Tommy Lynch, big out for the Tigers. Marbio Chol has a role to do.
Mate, Big Nick heard on SEN last night. They were saying it's Marbio Chol's time to shine, apparently, and I just lost it. Marbio Chol, seriously, mate. What colours he got in his hair now? Has he got the tips still going?
Yeah, he must have.
Jeez Louise, like, honest.
Heard of a guy called Marbio Chol? Okay, moving on.
All right, we got Brisbane's ins, 2 massive ins for the Brisbane Lions. We got, obviously, Harris Andrews. He's proved himself fit, so he comes into the team. Another big in for me, Jared Berry. I actually really rate Jared Berry. I reckon he's quite good.
Jared Berry's awesome.
Questionable omission, though. Not sure what you guys think of this. Cameron, alias Yeoman, omitted.
Yeah, I could probably see that. Like, he's on the fringe. He's a good player, but he's not. Yeah, he's not one of their top guys.
Yeah, and then we've also got Jack Payne omitted. That was fair enough. He's a like for like for Jared Berry. So yeah, that's understandable. So
I thought Jack Payne was solid. Like, he was literally filling the roles of Harris Andrews. But when Harris Andrews comes back, it's like, well, you're not going to play. But he did well. Like, I thought the opposition wasn't the best. Well, they're all right. They're all right. But,
exactly right. Yeah. Sorry, Ben. Go on.
With Tom Lynch being out, I think Harris Andrews is going to have an absolute field day.
Yeah.
I don't really think. Like, he's always a guy that wants to stand in front, take big marks, punch the ball, things like that. I think with Marbio Chol's good-ish, but having Tom Lynch not in that forward line is a huge out, and I think Harris Andrews will be huge for them.
Yeah, for sure. And who do we reckon? Is Harris Andrews got to go on Rewald, or has he got to go on Chol, or who's he got to go on? What do we reckon?
I reckon he'll go to Chol, and I reckon they'll probably play someone on Rewalt, and then they'll have someone come over and cover him on the one-on-ones and things like that.
Yeah, fair call. I reckon Martin's got to probably, especially with Lynch out, Martin might probably play forward a bit. Remember last qualifying final, he kicked 6 goals against them and absolutely dominated. So if Martin goes forward, who should pick him up? I'm on the fence here. I reckon Harris Andrews should pick him up because I reckon Martin's would probably be the best. If he goes down there, he's very strong.
Yeah.
And I reckon you should put your best defender on him. So.
Yeah. It was funny. Lloydie was actually talking about Dusty Martin during the week. He was talking about him on Channel 9 on one of the footy shows. And he said since 2017, Dustin Martin's averages for finals have been out like amazing. His average.
It's been crazy. Yeah, I heard about that as well. He just lifts in finals. So
averaged 23 disposals, 12 contested, 10 score involvements, 4 clearances, 4 inside 50s, and 2.5 goals a game. So
yeah, that's crazy.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So if he lifts, going on to X Factor, I feel like if he pops up kicks 2 or 3, that'll win the game, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Thing is, do Brisbane actually normally have anyone that tags?
Not that I know of, no.
Yeah, not off the top of my head, anyway.
Yeah, because I'm thinking if he's in the midfield and he's hot, I'm not really sure who could stop him, to be honest. So, but I guess it goes the other way as well because Richmond don't tag either. So if Lockie Deal gets off as well, then that could change the game too. So, should be an interesting game. Like Brisbane deserve to win a final. I think they've finished second. They've done really well. So hopefully they can. I don't know. Hopefully they can kick straight. It's a close game. I think it'll be close, but yeah, I don't know. I think Richmond's just too good.
Yeah, I don't want to say it, but
Yeah,
We hate
hate to
saying
admit it.
it. We really hate saying it. Yeah, I think the Tigers win for me. But
yeah, it's interesting. Your sort of chat about if Dusty goes forward, Harris Andrews playing on him, like maybe like a Garner or something like that. But yeah, exactly right. Like Harris Andrews is literally the only logical choice because Dusty's just too strong. Like he's going to send the pits. Like he's going to kill them. Like
yeah.
if he goes forward and he stays there, like he's going to kill them like 1-on-1 every single time. So yeah,
Exactly.
I think if I still reckon I want the Lions to win. Do I think they will win? No, I don't think they'll win. I reckon the Tigers win. They might tip for the flag. I reckon they do, as much as we hate saying it, they come by and they just win 3 games and they're best. Yeah, when they're on, they're on. So yeah.
Their best
I agree.
Their best is too good.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
next
for
up
sure.
is team. Who do we reckon?
Yeah, well, as much as you want Brisbane to win, I'm thinking Richmond by. I think it'll still be close, but I'm thinking probably that 2-3 goal margin. I think.
He's asking who's going to influence the game, not what the margin's going to be, bro. Listen.
I'm agreeing with Pete. Yeah, I reckon. I can do
Fucking hell, B.
I've gone deaf.
Try again.
All right, I still agree with you.
Brisbane factor. I'm saying Cam Rayner.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say.
That's a very good one. Yeah,
And
just in that as well.
Just because we love him. Grant Birchall, blinder off halfback.
I reckon Zorko. Yeah, sorry, go. You go. I reckon Zorko does some good things. You know who I reckon also, if he does well, they actually go all right. Like, there's 2 players and they're in the forward line. Charlie Cameron, if he plays well, they
That's what I was going to say as well.
they look like they're going to
Yeah,
win.
same here.
And you know who else? I reckon if he actually fires.
No, mate, say one player, mate, because we're going to run out of players to say.
Oh, I was just going to say Eric Hipwood.
I was going to say Eric Hipwood, mate. Now I
was going to say that. Sorry, yeah, go Claire. But yeah, I reckon he does well.
No, all good. Yeah, look, honestly, I was going to say Charlie Cameron as well, just because I feel like if, when he steps up as a small forward, he's really powerful, quite scary. And his matchup is on Bolter, I believe, who's don't get me wrong, great defender, but I feel like for speed, Cameron could just run rings around him. So, yeah, that'll be interesting. And for the Tigers, we already talked about it. I think Dusty Martin's probably going to be the one to watch there. So, yeah.
I reckon Brisbane X Factor could be Stephen Martin because he's been out most of the year. So especially with Ivan Soldo out, I know Ivan Soldo is not really that good, but with him out and Nate Purvis having to shoulder the whole ruck, Stephen Martin probably needs to step up now because he's been out most of the year, so it's his sort of time now to say, I'm a premier ruckman.
I'm here.
And then for Richmond, probably another left field one, the human meeple, Dion Prestia. He's been out all year.
It's a very good one, yeah. All right,
nice.
Yeah.
He's back in, and I think everyone forgets how good he is. Actually, he's one of their best midfielders. So if he comes in and have a big game, they'll 100% get up. So
he should have won, and he was close to. Well, I reckon he should have won the North Smith last year. Dusty had a lot of, he killed it, but
I'm pretty sure Dion Prestia has won. I'm not 100% certain. I'm pretty sure he's won a best and fairest in the last couple of years.
Yeah, I think last.
Let's do it. Let's do a quick live Google.
Yeah. Fact check. Okay. We're not unsourced here. We're not unsourced. We've got our Robs on the books.
That's it.
Chloe doing it.
Yeah, anyway, quick tips for the game while Chloe's checking. Cheers.
Yeah, last year.
Last year, perfect.
Yeah. Last
Tigers.
Year, the Jack Dyer medal.
Yeah, nice. I reckon. Tigers 2 goals. Just they do it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, Tigers for me as well. 2 or 3 goals. I think Brisbane just need to kick straight. That's been their downfall.
Hello?
No, I want to go for the Lions. Fuck it, just because.
Oh, you're a dog.
Lions by 20. Fuck it.
Fair enough. I reckon Richmond's going to win pretty comfortably. I reckon by 4 goals. Like Beach said, their set shots have been pretty shocking. So I feel like even if they do, turn up and give a good contest, I reckon that's what's going to be their downfall.
Yeah, perfect.
Brisbane need Casbolt to come down there and teach them how to kick.
Team doing a couple of round the bodies.
Rob, can you hear us?
Yeah, I got you.
Brisbane or Richmond?
Brisbane.
Nice. How much?
Nice.
I think it'll be a close one.
Yeah.
5 points.
Nice.
I
We
like
love
that. Too. Good tip.
Rate that.
We love it.
What's the next game, Russ?
We've got the Chloe should know this game.
Yeah, come on.
We've got the Bulldogs and the Skaters.
And it's
All right,
the
kick us off,
rampaging.
Chloe. Give us a rundown. What's going to happen?
Rundown or yeah, look, it's going to be a very tough game. Obviously, you know, we've had a bit of a rage about the fucking stupid time slot, but anyway, we'll leave that to the side. We've been over that too many times.
Don't get me started, please.
I can't. Yeah, it's going to be a really tough game. I think in the end, this one's going to be, you know, won by the midfielders and actually making sure that, you know, from both teams that they're actually hitting targets inside 50. Obviously for the Dogs, we've got Wallace and Norton back, which is awesome. I'm super happy with that. I was bang on with my little inside information that we spoke about last week, which is great. So he's back. He's wearing a helmet, and the running joke is that he's an overgrown Caleb Daniel, which we love. And you boys will be thrilled. He's actually cut his helmet so the mullet comes out the back because we rate that.
Nice.
Yep.
We do enjoy that.
Yeah, absolutely. So from a Doggies, you know, fan perspective, we're going to be needing to shut down St Kilda from pretty early on. Butler was really dangerous when we went against them in round 2, and a couple of their other boys. So yeah, it's shaping up to be a very, very tough game though, and so it should be a good watch for everyone.
Yeah, perfect. Russ?
Oh, all right, man. All right, yeah, should be
What do you reckon, Russ? What do you reckon? I'm passing over to
Come
you.
on, Russ.
Just absolutely handball it to you. Yeah, I'm on the fence on this side. It should be a really interesting game. Obviously, the ruck battle is going to be crucial because Ryder and Marshall absolutely raped Team English last time. So yeah, that could decide. I think for me, that's the factor that's going to decide the game. I'm tipping to say it's purely based on that. I think like Ryder and Marshall are just going to overpower Team English too much. So I think we'll make St Kilda's midfield get on top. Forward line should be interesting as well. Obviously, Joshy Bruce needs to step up for the Bulldogs if he can.
Oh, you read my mind.
Just do something. Give me something. Just something. If he could just do something, the Bulldogs will probably end up winning this game because he has done fuck all the entire year. So if he just gives something, they're going to go. That'll go a long way to winning the game, I think. I think for St Kilda, Dan Butler obviously needs to lift because he hasn't done that well lately. If he can lift, then the States probably go a long way to winning the game as well.
Yeah, danger. Butler, as they say. As they do say. Anyways, yeah, I reckon the Saints. I actually reckon the Dogs will win, but I reckon it's going to be an awesome game. Yeah, as we've said, so Chloe's got the good inside information. Tom Brown, eat your heart out. So I reckon it's good from that. 440 or whenever it is, you know, it could be fucking 610. It could be.
We don't love it.
Yeah, it should either way. Like it should be 210 and just play the game and go into. We know why it is, but dog shit. Yeah, I reckon the Dogs step up. The midfield's a very strong midfield. It's gonna be interesting to see how they go. Going forward, like I think it's going to rely on stuff like Wallace, and I think with Bruce, just get a couple of marks. Just if you kick a goal, great, but take a couple of marks, do something. Like he's just had a shit season. Like just get your hand on the ball and just do something.
So he can be held accountable. It doesn't have to be a big game. Just,
10 posies, just take a couple of marks, kick a couple of goals. If you kick a couple of goals, perfect. That's fucking more than we're expecting. So
yeah, exactly right.
Beige, what do you reckon about it?
Yeah, tough one. Either way for me. I'm on the same line as Russ, but I think the Bulldogs midfield is elite. I know St Kilda's midfield's been very good. I think Bulldogs midfield is very, very hard to handle. And if Bonds is up and about and McRae's up and about early, I think there's a little bit too.
What do you reckon, Beige? Is Bond going to play the forward line just like in the Australia team, or is he going to play midfield? What do you reckon?
Oh, look, I think he'll start in the middle where he has 80%, 90% of games.
And is McRae playing on the wing or the midfield?
I think he's actually starting full back, actually.
Oh, gee. Oh, no.
I think Max King might have a day out if McRae's sitting on his tit.
Very
You
nice.
know, I think Bulldogs by a couple of points. I think it could go either way. Yeah, both forward lines aren't that great. I think Bulldogs forward line's probably just a touch better. But if Josh Bruce has another Billy Gowers performance, I'm roasting him on social media. So, yeah, he needs to step up big time because he just I can't understand why the Bulldogs keep playing him if he's not doing anything. So, even if he doesn't kick a few goals, at least get the contest and bring the ball to ground for your smalls. Because if you're not doing that, you're as bad as Mason Cox. So, I think the Bulldogs will get up. It'll be a close one.
Yeah, I reckon the Dogs win. I reckon, they'll win by a couple of goals. Great game. I reckon this is going to be the game. I reckon it's the game of the finals, the first week of finals. I reckon the weekend around, whatever. But, I reckon it's going to be a real close one. But I still have the Dogs to win by a couple of goals.
Yeah. Yeah, real close one for me as well. I want to go to the States by 5 forwards.
Always disagreeing.
Why not? Make it a bit of fun.
I love it. Yeah, it's good. Chloe, what do you reckon?
Yeah, that's it. Well, look, I'm not.
Give us a margin, Chloe.
Just have it. Yeah, no, margin. I'm gonna say probably like 9 points. I reckon it's gonna come.
So
obviously, Dogs winning. Come down to the wire.
Who kicks the first?
Who kicks the first? Oh, I reckon Wallace.
Check the value for you right now on Sportsbet.
Do you put it in your multi?
I think you might have.
So.
I don't know.
Who's winning this game, Lukey?
Well, Sportsbet have it as a dog, so trust them.
Sportsbet
nice.
trust.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that's it. And what about everyone's who's going to be X factor for each side?
Mitch Wallace.
Big question.
Mitch Wallace for the Dogs. And St Kilda, I will say, I reckon both four. If Max King's up and about, happy days. And Mitch Wallace.
Yeah.
I reckon Butler. Butler for Saints. And I reckon if Bond has a good game, they win. So, Bond for the Dogs.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Bulldogs throw left field say Tim English. I reckon he needs to have a big game. He's got to step it up. He got bullied last time, so he wouldn't want to get bullied again. So he needs to step up. And then St Kilda. I'm trying to think who's a left field option here. That could have a good game. I'm probably going to go Jez and say Butler. Butler's been quiet lately, but if he can replicate, I'm pretty sure from memory he had a good game against the Dogs last time.
Definitely.
If he can replicate that, they'll probably win the game. So yeah, Butler.
Perfect.
Yeah, nice. So for Saints, I was going to say Butler as well, like I spoke about before. Last time we came against him, he was really strong. So if he brings another contest like he did then it's going to be, tough runnings for us. For the Dogs, I'm going to stand by my man, Caleb Daniel. Like, when he's got the ball, I automatically feel so much better. I think as long as he's, up and firing at his usual, best kick in the AFL self, I think we'll be okay.
Cool. All right, we won't ask our Robs because he won't know the next factor. So. All right, next game. There's a lot. I reckon there's probably more to discuss in this next game than any of the three games.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
There is a lot to dissect in this one, I reckon. There just seems to be a lot going on. I don't know why. It just seems like everyone's talking about this game. Like, I don't know. I reckon it could be a close game. A lot of people are saying it's going to be a smashing, but I've got a feeling it could be close. I don't know what you guys think, but
could be close. I think. It generally comes down for me. It just comes down to Collingwood's players. A lot of the players have been playing a bit out of form at the moment. A little bit quiet. My X factor would be, we'll talk about that obviously a little bit later, but Jaden Stevenson's been the most quiet for Collingwood, and a lot of the Collingwood players have just been a little bit out of form, and Darcy Moore's in there as well. He hasn't been playing that great, so I think it really comes down to Collingwood players. If they're up about and they're willing to go in there and win the game, then 100%.
I agree, because I think like if the Pies can play at their best, they could win. They haven't played at their best all year, so it's hard to say. Like,
absolutely.
Yeah, big matchup for me will be the ruck contest for sure. Grundy got absolutely pummeled last time, so he needs to lift. He's been below his standards this year, so he needs to. He's got to get him going in that midfield. He's not going to obviously win all the tap outs. He's got to jump over him, but he needs to be doing a lot of follow up work. He needs to be going back to his 20-plus possession game and have a real hit the scoreboard a couple of times as well and just run. He's really fit. Nick Nat can obviously only play about 60-65%. So, yeah, he's a big player for me in this game.
Yeah, and especially if West Coast get all their guys in, I guess, McGovern, Shuey, the fucking Shoe, all those guys. Like, Yo, I think, Yo, I mean, they should be, I think they should be all right. Yeah, it's been a real us versus them. Like that's what everyone's talking about. Just us versus them, and it's just like the Pies have sort of. I think even like this is a similar, not in finals example, but the Hawks. I think it was Hawks Giants last year. How they were playing in the snow, and then Clarko was like just galvanising them and getting around them. Like, all right, well, these Giants boys don't want to play in this snow, and just like, I mean, that's the sort of energy they bring into this game as well. Like, I think the Eagles. Look, the Eagles at fucking Optus, it's hard to bet against them, but you never know in finals. And I think the Pies have been off all year, that they're ready to turn it around at this time. So I reckon they do it just to, they just have, well, if they don't win, also they're out. So they have to do something. So I'm actually going to tip the Pies. I reckon the Pies in a big upset. This is like, I'm going, like, because I do not like the Eagles. I've had enough of them.
I rate it.
I
fucking rate that.
I've had enough of
that. I fucking love your work. I love that.
Robs, what do you think of
the Herald Sun, that X-ray guy that always tips
it?
If you're tipping Collingwood to beat West Coast over there, when West Coast have not lost there all year, you're a donor. You're an idiot.
No. I'm actually, this is the hill I'm going to die on. I'm going to tip the Pies. And I'll tell you why. So, Robs, what do you reckon of the WA Premier? Do you like him at all?
I've got a truck coming past.
It's all right. Anyways.
Did it have down on the back? I might have Collingwood players in
No,
there.
that's the reason why. Robs, the reason why I don't like the Eagles is because of the WA Premier. Had a sulk, had a whinge about, basically, and even the living conditions of the Pies, they're putting him in
Yeah, it's fucked.
What
I don't understand.
Caravans.
This should have been probably the round at the start. What I don't understand is, right, they've been in a hub the whole season. So why do they have to quarantine in Perth? Like, I don't understand it. That's the first point. They have to quarantine, which I don't get. Second point is, why do they all have to stay in separate rooms? So they can't stay in a hotel room with someone else. They have to be in their own room, which I reckon you go fucking insane.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
You're only seeing the players when you're training.
You
Like, how
reckon
are you meant to be sane? And they've got to obviously be constantly thinking about the game. It's got to just drive them up the wall. Like, it'd be really hard mentally for them to prepare for this game as well. And they only get one run at Optus Stadium, which I'm pretty sure they're getting one training run today or tomorrow, I think it is, and that's it. They're at such a disadvantage. Like, if they win this game, it'll be one of the best. Like, it should go down as one of a really good finals wins, honestly, because they've really got a lot against them at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. I think I almost want Collingwood to win just because of all the shit that they have to go through, for sure.
Yeah.
But like, unfortunately, I think the sad reality is the Eagles at home, Collingwood have been pretty all season. Like, don't get me wrong, like, they did well enough to make the 8 and whatever, but they didn't really have any super impressive game.
Yeah, they still made it, so good on them.
Yeah, exactly. So like, they haven't played, anywhere near their best, but it's been enough to make the 8. That's basically it. And like, like you were saying before, Russ, Grundy's been pretty out of form all season. Nick Nat has been thrashing the ruck all season. Like, his stats are just off the chart. I unfortunately think this game is going to be an absolute mauling. I really want to be proven wrong. Don't get me wrong. But I think Collingwood are going to get dragged across the field.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I think like Collingwood's forward structure is the big thing. Like, they got to lower the eyes a bit more when they kick the ball inside 50.
Yeah.
They got to look inside there.
What's happened to both of them?
Yeah, well, he's and geez, I reckon I think we lost Russ. I think he's dead. Anyways, yeah, I reckon the only reason I say the Pies is I just want yeah, I just want them to fucking dominate. So will they win? Probably not, but yeah, I reckon the Eagles win. Head says Eagles, heart says Pies by like a goal. What do you reckon, Chloe?
A goal.
Yeah, fair. No, I reckon it's going to be, pretty comfortable. I reckon like 4+ goals for the Eagles, I reckon.
Yeah, finals could be different, but yeah, as you said, everything's stacked against Collingwood. So
Yeah.
good to watch if Collingwood do bring it out. But yeah,
Saturday
Yeah,
night.
really
sure.
pray.
That's it. Beige, what do you reckon? He just spuds, honestly.
No, I think West Coast will win quite easily. If Collingwood are up and about, then potential. They need a lot of. Jerry needs to send them over some V cans.
Yeah, I'm on the caffeine. Sorry.
Endorsement.
Late night late night assignments. Been asked to spearhead this Thursday night footy.
Sorry about the laugh. He just pulled it out of nowhere.
Yeah, I just been like,
Love the cousin.
Oh my god.
it's like caffeine elixir of life, which we love. Yeah. Anyways,
Russ, what are your thoughts on the game? Tips.
Yeah, you have to go for Eagles. I'll go for Eagles by about. I reckon it'll be close for 3/4. Hopefully, then Eagles probably pull away. Probably about 15 points. Hoping the Pies will win, but yeah, it probably won't happen.
X Factors, guys.
Oh yeah, X Factor. Shit.
But the Beach say, did you say a tip?
Yeah, I said West Coast.
How much?
Margin?
4 goals plus.
Yeah, I reckon.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair.
All right,
Yeah.
X Factor's Jez.
Oh, yeah, West Coast nick that. I reckon if the Fires, they win. The Pies. I reckon if Pendles has a good game. If Pendles is just classy. I didn't want to still be just one with Stevenson, but I reckon Pendles, if he fires, they'll go all right. So it's fucking mission. It's literally mission impossible. Like I've tipped them. I've got them. It's mission impossible. So yeah. Sorry, BG.
Right. Everyone's freezing.
What's the connection like?
I was joking.
Jado.
Oh.
Stevenson's X Factor for the Pies, and let's say Gaff for West Coast. Open the game up, run.
All right. I'll go down. As much as we don't like him, Mason Cox has to have a good game for them to have any chance whatsoever. We don't love Mason Cox sometimes. We don't love his me time. All he needs to do is just crash packs. If he can crash packs, it should not be rocket science. If he crashes packs, they've got the Goey there. They've got Mychek there. They've got enough small forwards. Like they've got Dacos there as well. Dacos is another X factor as well. Shut up, Luke. I'm Italian. That's just how I talk.
You're talking with the hands.
You meant to close your hand then.
Yeah.
If Mason Cox and Josh Dacos could have a good game, Collingwood could win this game. I rate Josh Dacos very highly as well. Yeah. And then West Coast, Liam Ryan, his foot skills are elite. If he plays well, he creates a lot. So
nice. So what do you reckon?
For the Pies, I reckon DeGoey. If he's on fire and kicks straight, I think Pies are sitting really good. For West Coast, if McGovern comes back, I reckon he could have a very, very big swing in the game.
Yeah.
And then if not, then obviously, Nick Nat's going to be very influential regardless. But yeah.
Nick Nat, Paddy Whack, give a dog a bone. Sorry.
Yeah, perfect.
West Coast, the Premier. See how that goes.
Yeah, love that.
See what he can pull out beforehand.
Rate that. Beige?
What was I saying?
Oh my God.
X Factor.
You already
Both
said it.
teams.
I thought I
Did
already.
he?
Yeah, I already said it. Yeah, I already said it. Yeah,
Oh, fuck me. All right. Sorry.
gearing up for Thursday night footy.
Yeah, I reckon it's time to close off and get on the TV.
Have we got
Start
any other?
watching.
Have we got any other stuff to talk about, Beach, or is that pretty much it?
Nah, not really, mate. That's all bases covered, I reckon.
Russell's ready to just slam the phone down so he can watch his fucking previews.
I don't actually think
He's done. He's like, yeet. Let's go.
Hey, I'm just.
Don't you have KO? You fast forward.
Yeah, I know, but he's
Skip
been
the
a
ads.
dog. He's been a dog. He doesn't want to talk about any more issues.
Well, just
That
a
enough.
quick one. Who are we hoping that commentates the game?
Oh, BTJB.
JB. I'm hoping JB.
And then
I wish.
I do not rate BT and Bruce together. I actually do not like it when they're together.
Yeah.
They carry on too much.
Yeah.
I wish you could watch TV and it has a section where you can be like, I want to listen to Triple M commentary.
Why don't you
Oh,
turn
mate.
the radio on?
Rate that.
That would be good shit.
Good point. Video.
That'd be great.
Triple M's where it's at.
Saturday rub. Jez rates a Saturday rub.
Saturday rub. hey, oh. Yeah, definitely do. Anyways.
Jerry, close us out.
Yeah, so it's come to that time. Actually, so what I did was I went on YouTube. Sorry, no, I went to search the Brett Kirk speech. So do you guys remember the Saturday afternoon Brett Kirk speech? When he,
Mate, before you close off, mate, you should be thanking our guests for coming on the show first, mate.
Yeah,
Who do you think you are? How disrespectful are you, mate?
He's probably saving that till later. Save the best till last.
Yeah, but I'll thank him now. So, anyways, thanks, Russ. Yeah, great friend of the show. He's contributed. He's done really well tonight. We'd love to have him on again. Luke, thank you very much for being on this show. We appreciate your time. Appreciate the fact that we thought you were going to last 15 minutes. You've lasted an hour, so actually really do appreciate that, man. Like, you stuck around. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. You've been a good guest.
Cheers, mate. Was it an hour? I didn't even notice. So
Time flies when you're having
not
fun.
that bad then. Watch this video, get 50 views.
Hey, we're gonna get you on as much as we can. So we've got Matty Riles next. We've got Matty G. You're the first one. So and Chris also. Chris the dog. So it's gonna be good. Anyways, so Brett Kirk, when Channel 7 team sort of got together, and Brett Kirk delivered this awesome speech that I'm about to say, close us out. So I'm gonna read you. So thanks, Russ, or Beej, or Chloe, and or Luke as well. He's on the show as well. I just want to give you a bit of an insight into the Talking Footy team. For a bunch of unique individuals, Russo, Richardson, Fabro, Roberts, and the other guests as well, Gileri, Riley, Santa Pietro. We're going to engage with our minds and our hearts. We're going to exchange ideas, thoughts, and even our energy. And to speak from our heart, you need to have courage. You need to be honest and authentic. We're not always going to get it right. And sometimes you're not going to agree with us, but that's okay. Because just like you, we care. Just like you, we're passionate about the game. So if you want to come along for the ride, join us on whatever fucking day we decide to do the podcast and or vidcast and or whatever the fuck we're doing here on a Thursday night. Because we just love the footy and scene. Thank you.
Great, that Jez. Good job, bro.
Yes. Good stuff, mate.
Love your work.